Okay, and this is the welding flanges chart. And for those who don't know what is welding neck flange, I'll just show you. Okay, this is the welding flange. And these are the holes. It's for bolting basically. And it has a neck. This is called neck. And thickness of this particular outlet is the schedule. Yeah, the schedule. And you see this thickness. Higher the thickness, higher is the class. Alright, just come back to the chart now. Alright, it has pipe size. Start from half inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch, 1/4, and all this. And here is the class: 150 class, 300 class, 600 class, 900, 1500, 2500. Well, this is the maximum. And for example, if someone asks for 18-inch class 2500, now you would have to ask him the drawing basically. Just tell them to give the drawing and it can be fabricated or manufactured as per the requirements. Now you might be surprised that why there is no schedule in this chart. Well, you see the schedule in all other fittings and the pipes. There's no schedule over here in the weight chart because the schedule is not going to make much difference to the welding flange. For example, half inch class 150 schedule standard, the weight is going to be 0.48, and if it is schedule excess, the weight is still going to be 4.48. And yeah, for example, 1 inch 150 class schedule 40, the weight is same. I think it's quite simple and doesn't need any explanation. So, right, what you need to see over here is the moment class becomes from 150 to 300, it's almost double, or 70 to 80%. This is one thing you need to remember in case if you are just approximating or taking a guess. And number two, there is a proportionate increase in the weight downwards. Weight is doubling on x-axis. The y-axis is kind of 50%. Right, let's go to the next. Slip-on flanges. See the slip-on flanges, the chart is similar to welding neck flange. Okay, and you need to remember that the schedule is not applicable to slip-on flanges. Alright. This is slip-on flange, and here's the neck. It's called slip-on because it slips on the pipe. The pipe gets over here and it literally slips. Over here. Look at this. Like this. Okay. And that's it. And here's the weight chart. In case if I tell you to quote X dollars per kg, you need to come over here, find the weight, like first look at the size, then go to the class, you'll get the weight, multiply $4 or $5 and you'll get the price. and go to the next threaded flange. Actually, I think there's a mistake over here. Thread flange never exceed more than 4 inch, and they have a thread. Yeah, the joint is made with the pipe with the thread. This is how it looks like. There's a thread over here. It's basically very similar to socket weld with the threading in the hole. And here you can see the drawing. So basically these are the dimensions, and also I'm going to give you the dimensional chart. So in case there are some customers who are like, as if they don't know what is a flange, they literally ask you for the dimensions, for the MTZ, for the catalog, for this and that. So I think it's better to be ready, so that you're able to quickly respond to the need of the customer. Okay, and there is also a bolting chart. Bolting chart which is used for these flanges. For example, if someone says I need the bolts for 2-inch slip-on flange or 2-inch socket weld flange, so there's a relevant bolting chart, probably is the one over here. I don't know. Yeah. Come next. Lap joint flanges. Lap joint flanges. Lap joint flange. Well, this is hardly used. I don't remember when I have sold previously the lap joint flanges, but the structure remains same, size, class, and here's the weight. Okay, lap joint, I don't know of anybody who is talking, so if you get the inquiries for lap joint flanges, that's a good opportunity. Okay, basically a trading company or a trader should be aware of what the the common people don't know of. Fine, the knowledge is money. If you know something what others don't know, for example, if the procurement guy in an APC company doesn't know where to buy front end, if you know to buy it at a right price and source it rightly, and then that knowledge is equivalent to X amount of money. You need to gain that sort of knowledge more and more and more. So, like joint flanges, socket welding flanges, well, they're quite simple. I'm just going to show you socket welding flange. This is one. There's a socket over here. Yep. Excuse me. Okay. Socket weld flange. So again, remember, socket weld flange also has the schedule. It has the thickness. So if you get an inquiry for socket weld flange, it says 1 inch class 150 socket weld flange, then you should ask him, please advise what is the schedule. Okay, and it should also say the grade of the material, like ASTM A105 or F316L. If it doesn't mention, then you need to ask him. Tell him to specify and be specific. Okay, next go to the blind flanges. And here is the one. Okay, this is the up to 2500. Again, in the blind flanges, I think they're the heaviest flanges because there's no there's no hole in the center, and well, that's it. These are the blind flanges. And again, there is no schedule in the blind flanges. So schedule is applicable in welding neck, socket weld. That's it. These are the two. If the inquiry, if it's missing in the inquiry, you need to ask them. And okay, that's it. There are a hell lot of things which you will eventually learn, which I will teach you as we go on. At this moment, these are the very, very fundamentals. You will be using this sheet on a daily basis. Reducers, caps, elbows, tees, welding neck flanges, and all this. Basically, the idea is that we as a trading company cannot trouble the suppliers all the time for every little thing. Personally, I don't prefer that. And you should be aware of what should be the price. A wild guess, approximate, very close to approximate. Excuse me. For example, 1-inch 150 socket weld flange. You should know that it costs around $5 per kg, carbon steel A105. Now, if you have a rough idea, what happens is, suppose you have an inquiry for 10 items, and you can just select randomly 3 major value items, get the price accurately from the market, and the rest of the 7 you can just based on the kg you can carry on your pricing, and it still works. We've been doing that for a long time. It's perfect. Also, you need to remember there is something called a raised face. All the flanges which come in the stock are a raised face. What is raised face? Is basically okay, I'm not able to show you over here what is the raised face. You see over here, there's a slight thickness over here. Slight thickness over here. It's just little above, probably 3 mm, I guess. This is the raised face. This is basically they want to put the gasket over here. Now, if some customer also want a flat face, they have a requirement for flat face flanges. So what we need to do is we need to machine this axis and make it just flat. This and this two should be flat. You shouldn't see this line over here. That's our flat face. Yeah. So that's it for now for the weight chart. Any questions, please feel free. And soon this chart will be available for the download on rmtdubai.com. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm working hard to get a lot of videos online. That will definitely encourage me, and let me know how can I improve. Thank you very much.